Hello everyone. So in this video, we will solve this quadratic word problem. So we are given that a company's monthly revenue in dollars is modeled by the equation R equals negative 0.2x squared plus 50x, where x is the price in dollars of each item sold. And the model for monthly cost in dollars is C equals 4250 minus 13x. So x is the same variable that's used in the revenue equation. And we have to find the price at which the company will break even. So the first thing we need to understand in this problem is the concept of break even. Now break even happens when a company's revenues are equal to their costs. So that means they don't make any profit. So the profit of the company at break even is equal to zero because its revenues are equal to its costs. So our first step is that R is equal to C because at break even the revenue is equal to cost. So now since we are given the equations for revenue and cost, we should sub in these expressions in this equation. So revenue is given as negative 0.2x squared plus 50x equals, and the cost is given as 4250 minus 13x. So this is the equation we have to solve to find the break-even price, which is represented by the variable x. Now we can see that this is a quadratic equation because the highest power on the variable x is 2. So the first step is to move all terms to the left side of the equation and set it equal to 0. So we start by adding 13x to both sides of the equation. So this way 13x's on the right side cancel each other out. So we get negative 0.2x squared, and now we have to combine these like terms, which are these x terms. So 50 plus 13 is 63, so we get 63x equals 4250. Now we can move 4250 to the left side of this equation. We subtract 4250 from both sides. So 4250s on the right side cancel each other out, and we are left with negative 0.2x squared plus 63x. Now we cannot combine 4250 with any of the terms on the left side because there are no like terms. So this is the equation we get for break even. Now we have to solve this equation to find the value of x, the price. Now since this is a quadratic equation with decimal coefficient here and a very big number term here, we cannot use factoring to solve this equation. So as you may know, there are two ways to solve a quadratic equation, either through factoring or the other method is the quadratic formula. This equation has decimal number and a very big number. It's best to use quadratic form. So we can do the calculations on this side. So we'll start by writing the quadratic formula. So the quadratic formula can be written as, so we start with x because that's the variable in this equation. So it's minus b plus of minus and b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Now in this equation, a is equal to negative 0.2. So a is the coefficient of the x squared term. B is equal to 63, the coefficient of the x term. And C is the number term, which is negative 4250. So these are the A, B, and C values. We have to sub in this quadratic formula. So we start with the negative b, so it becomes negative 63 plus minus, and then we do 63 squared minus 4 times negative 0.2 times C, which is negative 4,250 over 2 times negative 0.2. So this is the expression we get. Now we have to simplify this. So the first step is to simplify the expression under the square root. So we start with the calculation 63 square. So the negative 63 stays as is it. So 63 square is 3969. And now we have to multiply 4 by negative 0.2 times negative 4250. So I get 3400 over, and I get negative 0.4. Now we can subtract the terms under the radical or the square root. So we get, which is square root of 569 over negative 0.4. Now we can evaluate square root of 569. So I get 23.85. So here I am rounding the answer to 2 decimal places, but you can do the rounding as per the given rounding instruction in the problem. Now we get two cases here. So we get a positive case and a negative case. So the positive case is negative 63 plus 23.85 over negative 0.4, and the other case is x equals negative 63 minus 23.85 over negative 0.4. Now we have to evaluate these two cases. So for the first one, we start with negative 63 plus 23.85, and then I divide the result by negative 0.4. So I got 97.875. And for the other one, I do negative 63 minus 23.85 and then divided by negative 0.4. So I got 217.125. So these are the two values I got. Now since X represents the price in dollars, we typically round the dollar values to 2 decimal places. That's the nearest cent. So we can round our first value to 97.88 and the other value to 217.13. So these are the break-even prices for this company. Now we can summarize our answer in the form of a closing statement with appropriate units. Our $97.88 or so. I hope you'll find this video useful. Please share it, like it, and subscribe to Homework Help. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye.